What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka Allfires. I am super fired up to do this video today, man. I love it. I love this. Seriously, it's the best. Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Finally, the murmurs and the rumors have started. They are officially casting for the film. Well, at least as though it looks so, according to industry insider reports. And we got an Adam Warlock update 2 weeks ago that looked super sketchy. We didn't even report on it at the channel. But today and yesterday, coming from the same trusted industry insider, we are starting to hear about the possibility of this character actually being in the film after being teased in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. We're going to break down all of the rumors, everything that's being said. I cannot wait for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It's one of my favorite franchises. James Gunn's one of my favorite directors, period, let alone he's in the MCU. It's amazing. We're breaking it down. Adam Warlock in the next Guardians. But first, if you could, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content here at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from the majorly unofficial rumor stuff, anonymous 4chan plot leaks, rumors like today coming from industry insiders, all the way to the official Easter egg breakdowns and recaps. So, if that kind of thing's for you, and I'm guessing it is because you're already here, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button and leaving a comment down below. If you do, that'll automatically enter you to win all the giveaways here at the channel, which there are many, and we'll get into all of that stuff again at the end of the video. Now, if you've been a fan of the channel or been rocking with me for a while, even though we haven't covered Guardians of the Galaxy because there really hasn't been any news leaks or rumors, you'll know that I am a huge fan of James Gunn, and I never miss an opportunity to tell you guys. I've already said it twice in this video. It's just the perfect amount of grotesque and beautiful all mixed into one thing. I love all of his work, and so, you know, yes, I'm a little bit biased, but factually, James Gunn has been one of the only actors or directors ready and willing to weigh in on social media, link an article here or there and say, hey, this is complete BS. And I even remember a time last year where someone else pushed back on him and said, hey, you know what? No, our source is vetted. There is no better source than James Gunn himself. So the spoiler warning today is just a reminder to take everything that doesn't come directly from Marvel Studios with a grain of salt. However, today's rumors and reports, two of them come from trusted industry insider Daniel RPK, who's brought us a ton of information from within inside the MCU. And that being said, unless James Gunn weighs in and debunks it, we're classifying these as rumors for now. You know what? I would just be thrilled for him to link my video and say this is BS. That would be like a shining moment for me. So that's how much I'm in on James Gunn. And you guys know that I have started interviewing directors over at Disney and Marvel Studios. I have my fingers crossed. I haven't even said anything, but man, if the stars align and I get to ask James Gunn questions here in the future, I'm going to be asking about all sorts of stuff like PG porn. If you've never heard of that or know what that is, look it up. Thank me later. And Kevin Feige hired that guy to make Marvel movies, and that's why I love Kevin Feige. So here we are. Here are the rumors and reports about Adam Warlock. Yesterday, Daniel Richtman tweeted out, I hear Volume 3 is already casting, referring to Guardians of the Galaxy, followed it up with a tweet, I hear Adam Warlock is really in the film. The reason he words it like that is because, again, James Gunn has come out several times and debunked stories about Zac Efron and other casting reports, has said no casting has started, and if I wanted Zac Efron to play Adam Warlock, I would just call him. So, you know, because you hear these sort of things, they want a Zac Efron type. That's just normal language in some of the castings that go out. And to be fair, some of the information that Daniel RPK gathers is from official casting releases and publication releases that anyone, but people specifically in the industry, can subscribe to so that they can get those reports in order to find work. And even though this, you know, again, we all would have access to it if you know where to go, Daniel RPK has all of that information all compiled. He's obviously subscribed to all of them and has the information out really quick. So following him on his Patreon or just his Twitter is just a good a follow. He then followed a Patreon report today following yesterday's tweet with this. They are casting a British actor for a big role in Volume 3, likely Adam Warlock, or High Evolutionary, or both. And this came out on his Patreon after yesterday's tweet. Now, earlier in this video, I mentioned what I called an extremely sketchy report, one we didn't cover here at the channel, and it was basically along the lines of this. There were production publications starting to go out that seemed to imply that the Sovereign would be back during Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and it doesn't take a lot of logic to go from, well, hey, if the Sovereign are back and their main storyline was playing into getting back at the Guardians of the Galaxy for what they did in Volume 2, and that ended with a post-credit scene of Adam Warlock, then surely logic would follow that Adam Warlock should be in this film. However, I've said a million times at the channel that James Gunn's going to have a trick in trying to wrap up all these arcs and storylines for already existing characters. So while it's super exciting that Adam Warlock could make his debut in this next film, I'm more excited about the possibility of wrapping up these storylines, the passing of the torch to a new lineup or new team for Guardians of the Galaxy going on into the future of the MCU. Perhaps Adam Warlock becomes a member of that team. But all of that stuff aside, and the reason I love James Gunn so much, the reason that Guardians of the Galaxy were such a hit when no one expected it to be, is that he's a character and he's a story guy. I know that sounds so just absolutely generic. He's a director, so he's a story and a character guy. But he's not. That's not something light to say. His stories make sense. They're memorable. You always understand everybody's motivations going through the story, so you never feel lost and or disenfranchised. Secondly, his characters are super memorable. Even B characters are super memorable. We're still talking about Taserface years later from the MCU, and it only took a couple of lines in the way Rocket reacted in order to make that very poignant in our brains. That's James Gunn's like magic touch. That's why I love his stories and his work so much. And so, as excited as I am for Adam Warlock, what I would tell you guys is the same advice I'm giving to myself. Let Guardians of the Galaxy 3 be what it's supposed to be. A final moment for some of these characters that we've followed for so long now. We have a lot to find out what's going on with Rocket and High Evolutionary. We have a lot to find out what's going to happen with Peter Quill, the conclusion of his story, the conclusion of perhaps Nebula's arc, the re-inclusion of Gamora if there will be one. So many characters to address. So little time to do it in one film. So be excited for Adam Warlock. And of course, if there's any more updates, rumors, any sort of speculation, I'll bring it to you guys. But just know that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is my most anticipated next film. I can't wait for it, and it's not because Adam Warlock's going to show up. But let me know all your thoughts down below. What are all your predictions for these characters going into Guardians of the Galaxy 3? Who are you most hyped to see in the upcoming phases, if not Adam Warlock? And quickly, let's get into all that giveaway stuff again before I let you go. All right, we're still giving away 2 PlayStation 5s, the next of which at 900,000 subscribers, and the other at the conclusion of What If. One's in 2 weeks, the other one should be weeks behind that. All you have to do to be entered to win, and it applies for all the same giveaways, the weekly Disney Plus subscriptions and tickets, super simple. All you have to do, hit that subscribe button, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning, as long as you're a subscriber. The next best thing you can do to keep up with the channel content is to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me over on Twitter and Instagram at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name All Fires, including the 2 songs you heard in the background of this video, and I'd appreciate it so much if you check it out. Thanks for checking out everything. Always, guys, stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.